Fiance 32F calling my work to check up on me 27M. Confused on my feelings?
I'm very work-focused person and in the past few years my company has been promoting me non-stop. My fiancé knows how serious I take my work life, but today we were arguing. I was on my break and she was trying to call me. I knew she was upset so I didn't want to pick up the phone and told her I would call her later. She proceeds to call my company customer service number to have someone check in on me because I wasn't answering her call. She is claiming it's not a big deal, that it would just come off as a concerned partner, but for me it could ruin my image. No one came to check in on me and as far as I know no one contacted my supervisor. For me, she took our argument to the next level for involving my job. I'm not sure if I can forgive this.
This is a red flag.
There is absolutely no reason for this outside of a real emergency.
This can and will impact you at work if it happens again.
You tell her that this is unacceptable and unprofessional. This isn't a debate. This is a very hard line in the sand you're drawing. If it was an emergency, that would be a different story, but to continue an argument?
That's very selfish of her.
I don't know that this single incident rises to the level of ending a relationship, particularly since you guys have been together long enough to be engaged. Personally, I wouldn't forgive that, and you have to protect your career. It's messy.
You said you would call her later, so there was no need for her to even do that. I have been married for 33 years. The only reason I would call my husband's job would be if I was injured and needed help.
Sometimes he is in meetings and I know he cannot pick up his phone. It's ridiculous.
You don't act like that.
I'd ask you her age, but you said clearly she is 32, way too old for this behavior. Good luck, four-leaf clover. That's how you get fired, bro.
What's the confusion?
She has shown that she is petty enough to destroy your career if you won't pay enough attention to her.
While at work, you told her you would call later. That is sufficient for anything that isn't an actual emergency. You do you, but I'd end the engagement over this behavior.
She needs to understand a boundary here, otherwise she will ruin the career you are busting your ass to succeed at. What to do about 19F and boyfriend 19M intimate life? I know my boyfriend loves me, but I can't stop this feeling. My sex drive is fairly high, healthy.
My boyfriend says his sex drive is high and always has been high. But saying that he barely initiates intimacy.
We have sex maybe 2-3 times a month.
I've always preferred guys starting something, but since my boyfriend rarely does, I try to initiate something and most times it ends up with me just giving him a BJ.
Or he says he's not feeling it.
In the entire time we have been together, only after recently explaining I would like to experience pleasure too, he has tried to focus a little on my pleasure.
Other than that, our whole sex life was just him finishing and that's it. The whole time we have been together I have not been close to finishing.
Maybe I expect too much, or my sex drive is just higher than his, and I know sex isn't the only thing important in relationships, but I love my boyfriend and sometimes just want to feel physically, spiritually connected. Has anyone experienced similar feelings?
You should expect to get pleasure and he's not giving you that.
Have you discussed it? It's a two-way street, pal.
I want to finish too.
Does he not know how? Have you shown him?
If so, don't spend your 20s with someone who doesn't care about your needs or satisfaction.
A healthy sex life is where both partners' needs are met. I've always been of the mindset where, if I get to finish, then my partner does too, and if something isn't working, find out what does. Have a conversation, being open, calm and respectful in case it's an underlying issue he is afraid to bring into the open, like trauma or a porn addiction.
If he doesn't want to work on fixing and identifying the issue, then move on.
You are 19, why remain in a situation where you aren't happy?
19 and 2-3 times a month, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. At 19 I was 2-3 times a day. Tell him to stop masturbating. That is more than likely the problem when a male has a low sex drive towards his GF, wife, etc. You're both 19. There is absolutely no reason to settle for bad sex. Ask him what's up, and demand an answer.
If he is dealing with shame, trauma, or physical issues, you can help him find help for those things.
Otherwise you should break up and find someone who can't keep their hands off you.
19 is way too young to tolerate a partner with an incompatible sex drive.
Same old, porn brain.
How can I suppress my desire to have a girlfriend?
20m20 female. I just never had a girlfriend before, and 2 years ago I suddenly started to want a girl in my life. Before that point I didn't cared at all, but no, I can't end a day without even thinking about it. And all my friends are male, finished high school in all-male school, smiling face with tear. I just don't know what to do about it. Sometimes I wish I never had hormones or heart. I know that I don't have a girlfriend mostly because I am not trying hard enough, but I am kinda pretty sure that most women don't want a guy who has low self-esteem, depression, emotional, masculine, pessimist. So what do you guys or girls suggest I should do? Thanks and sorry for bad English. Instead of trying to figure out how to find a woman who'd accept you as you are, maybe you should get into some therapy and work on your issues. What healthy people want in a relationship is another healthy person. I think you should put yourself in places where you can build your confidence and practice meeting and talking to women. Is there a coffee shop or other local business where young people work and socialize? Dude. It's better you're single while you work on your shit. A girlfriend ain't gonna change shit. If anything, you are grossly underprepared to love anyone if you ain't doing shit to love yourself. Don't try to suppress your desires. Try to use them as a drive to improve the numerous issues you highlighted. Go to the gym. Getting in shape has proven to not only help physically but mentally too. Get your sleep schedule on track. Another mental health improvement. Be more social with your friends. Going out more increases your chance to run into someone you might find attractive and share the same interests as you. Being social more will also improve confidence in social situations. Have more friends. You may be feeling lonely.